Welcome to the Emory and Henry Report Sports Interview. I'm Daron Vaught, and my guest today is Terrance Grigg. Terrance is the newest member of the Emory and Henry basketball team's 1,000 Point Club. Terrance, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
And so I mentioned 1,000 points for your career here at Emory and Henry. How does it feel?
It's a great feeling. Something that I had my eyes set out on. It wasn't a goal that defines our season or as a team or anything, but I'm really happy to reach it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You mentioned defining goals, especially in terms of the team. At 1-11 in conference play, how have you had to reassess some of those goals, especially as a senior coming into the season?
Going into the season, basically, when we go back to day one, going like preseason, going into workouts, and going to the preseason or season, we said that we wanted to go to Salem, make it to Salem, the ODAC tournament, and that's still possible. At 1-11 in the conference, all you have to do is win a play-in game. And actually, we had practice at 6 a.m. this morning, and Coach, reassured that goal for us, and that's still a goal of ours, and it's still possible. So,
Terrance, you're averaging just over 16 points per game on the season. You're the only member of the team that's averaging double figures per game. Do you feel a sort of pressure night in and night out to deliver a good 15 to 20 points?
It's not really pressure. It's kind of, how we play, and it turns out that I scored that many points night in and night out. Other people, it comes down to defense at the end of the day, so it's not how many points that I put on the board necessarily. Sometimes we won a game where I've scored 12 points before, and it was on down. Games like last Saturday with Bridgewater, people in double digits, it helps out a lot. We end up winning by 20, but we've won games where I was scoring 16 points or more, and I'm just kind of used to it. It's not a huge pressure.
But we've certainly seen some flashes from some other players, the ability to score. Malcolm Green, Jarrell Terrell. Talk about some of those guys and how they've really flourished this season.
They have the potential to be really good offensive players. Malcolm had a great game last Wednesday down in Greensboro. Triple overtime game. He came up big. That's actually a game I fouled out in the last third overtime. So he showed up big offensively for us. JT, who's extremely athletic, has a chance to be pretty good on the offensive end as well. But that when they're on, we flow a lot, better on the offensive end. Yeah.
So you mentioned being able still, even at 1-11 in the conference, it's still possible to make the conference tournament by winning a play-in game.
Yes.
What do you think the team needs to improve on or really just execute best?
Defense. We worked on it this morning actually, and this stops defense and rebounds. Once you get the defense stop, that's not all. You have to get the rebound, because you don't get the rebound, the team that's obviously offensive rebound for the other team, and they get another chance at scoring. So it's just defense and rebounding.
In numerous conversations, Terrance, with your coach, Paul Russo, we've talked about the point guard position on this team, and obviously Bobby Stafford coming into the season, senior, he's been there, he's done that. But Mike Owens, who is your roommate, or I guess suite mate now over in Hillman, has done an exceptional job as the backup point guard, just kind of being thrown into it, and he's not even a pure point guard.
They kind of, told him to prepare himself for it, being the backup, even second stream at the beginning of the season. And he actually had been doing ball handling drills and preparing himself for it, because he's always been like a shooting guard and been a shooter. But I think he's embraced it well. He comes into practice, embracing that position every day. He hadn't put his head down 1 second about it. So I think that's helped out a lot. It could be a lot worse, I feel like.
So you guys, the team rather, calls Mike the Machine.
Yeah.
What's behind that?
Michael, he's a gym rat, if you didn't know. When I first got here, I was amazed by it, because I thought that I was a gym rat. But he'll wake up 5 in the morning and go get a lift in, and then come back that afternoon and shoot again. It's not stuff. It's typical stuff compared to, you think you do a lot. Like I said, we're roommate. I think we meshed. I was like in love with my first roommate, because I loved going to the gym too. But this guy he really lives down there. He embraces it. He's just an exercise fanatic. Yeah. So
Terrance, senior day, just a week or so away.
Yes.
You've got Virginia Wesleyan coming to the King Center for your final game on the campus of Emory and Henry. What are you trying to do going into that game?
Coach always talks about it. And, every team we play, just leaving, just letting teams know who we are, what the Emory motto is as a team, hard-nosed defensive team, blue-collar team. And I've noticed these past couple games, as far as Bridgewater last week and Henderson this past Saturday, that there's a community that supports us behind us too. And I just want to leave that mark next Saturday as well. Leave them with a good thought about me when I play here, and as well as the other 3 seniors.
Right. So, off the topic of basketball, I know you're from Charlotte.
Yes.
You're a Charlotte Bobcats fan.
Yes, I am.
And I just went the other night to watch my Celtics play.
Yes.
Your Bobcats,
exactly.
And we lost.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What do you?
I was pretty happy.
How do you think the Bobcats are doing, and how long is it going to take them to get to the point where they're a really good program, like an MJ expectation program?
We made a coaching change about a month and a half ago, and that I was just worked out well. We're on that borderline between 9th and 8th. So with the Pacers, we could make the playoffs or couldn't make the playoffs. Wins like last night will get us in the playoffs, I feel like. So that shows me that we have potential to, we're growing as a franchise. There's a lot more other moves I would like to see be done, but hey, it's progress. It's a process.
So you're a football fan too.
Yes, I am.
Did you catch any of the Super Bowl?
I did. Studied during it, but I mean, I watched it. Commercials excited me a little bit more, but they let me down. But like I said, it wasn't the Carolina Panthers. I'm a Panther fan. Like you said, I'm from Charlotte, so I'm a hometown freak about my teams.
So speaking of which, the Panthers will have the #1 pick in the upcoming NFL draft.
They will.
Who do you think they'll pick? Who do you want them to pick?
I wanted Andrew Luck, but he decided to stay, and I can't be mad at him for that. Get a Stanford degree, happy for that. But it's hard to say who we'll get. I think it's workouts and combines that show who we'll pick. We need a DE, so hopefully we go for the top DE.
So you want Daquan Bowers?
I would like him, but whoever's ready to play football next year, obviously, because we need it, whoever. So
right,
yeah,
that sounds good. Well, Terrance, I want to thank you for joining me. We wish you the best of luck throughout the rest of the season and in your pursuit of an ODAC tournament bid.
All right, thank you, Darren.
That's it for your Emory and Henry Report sports interview. Up next, we've got the community calendar.